Hi, my name is Jack Shea, and I'm sitting with a couple of long-term time real estate investors, Ann and Lenny Simidar. I've known for many years to be successful investors in many parts of real estate. So, Leonard, why don't you tell us how you got started, what kind of stuff you do, what type of properties, and that.
Well, we got started in 1973. We purchased a house across the street from where we were living. My mother, who was a real estate investor also, she told us about this place, and this gentleman passed away, and she said it's a good opportunity, go across the street and see what you can do. And this is where we learned, when Ann and I learned, that sometimes one of us works better with a person that's selling a place or not. So right away I could see the right person to work with this lady was Ann. So we purchased this place. That was the first house we bought in 1973. And from there we saw that there was opportunities in real estate.
Yeah, you probably took a lot of the same seminars that I did in those days, Jack Miller, John Schaub, and all that. So are you holding title in your typical real estates that you buy?
Yeah, well, the way we hold title, naturally, we take it in trust. And I just manage for the trustee in these houses. And we find that that's a very good way to keep your name out of public records, and also how to deal with tenants thinking that you're just a property manager and not the owner of this particular property. Now, we started basically in single-family homes. But during the boom in 2005, you couldn't cash flow homes. So I give credit to Ann that she discovered the mobile home business. She discovered we could buy properties that in 5 years would be free and clear. The rents would be brought in and what we were purchasing them for.
So a mobile home on a lot, on its own lot, or park you bought mobile home parks or mobile home?
Well, basically we bought mobile homes on land, and preferably we like to get them about an acre because that's what the people want. And we have a portfolio that's mixed. We don't just do mobile homes or just houses. And again, no, we take everything in trust. I do the property management on them, and
is the management by the trust third-party thing, does it make life easier for a manager in some way?
Absolutely.
Absolutely, it definitely does. And you know, you're just a middleman, is what I always tell them. I just manage this place for whoever the investor is in this particular. For the man.
So what's your kind of end game or your growth? Are you continuing to acquire more? Do you sell some?
Well,
exchange? What's
well, we basically buy, hold, and sell. But now in our latter years, we're trying to do a little flipping, where it covers travel and good times for us. But I don't know whether Ann and I will ever get out of this totally. We enjoy it, and we look forward to a good deal every day. Now, the other things that we do is we like to sell property to our tenants. We try to screen these people that eventually they can purchase these properties.
Is that houses and mobile land deals, or either both?
We do more with the mobile homes than we do with our homes.
Yeah.
Well, we have one right now, Jack. For example, we had a house destroyed by a tree. It fell right through the middle. We moved a mobile home on it. Find out that when you move a mobile onto vacant land, it's not financeable by a bank. So we now have our third family in there buying under a contract for option, which we actually did learn from you, by the way.
Thank you.
And bought the book, and it's good bargain just for that one contract for option. So the tenant buyer does not really have an equitable interest until they fulfill certain requirements, and we get a little bit more down. They take care of the property. We don't have the maintenance calls, and it's worked out well.
Yeah. Do you, on some of your other sales or flips, have you done any exchanges in your business?
Oh, yes, we've
you?
done many exchanges.
Really?
And of course, you were Keys Capital. You were our exchanger, our facilitator.
And so you didn't
Went
pay
quite well.
any tax, and you bought some more stuff.
We have one that's actually going back to, it was our original house that we lived in, and when we moved, we converted it back into a duplex. It was a house that his father built, actually. And I think we've done 3 or 4 exchanges into the current property that's in right now.
Three
So
or four, yeah.
3 or 4, just on that one.
So you
And
used
then numerous other ones also.
in the contract for option for tenants and the contract for beneficial interest, is that what you used for some of these beginning buyers?
We plan, if it gets to the point on this particular one, we plan looking at their credit, yeah, especially if it's a little shaky or if they have any kinds of liens against them, then I think if they purchase the beneficial interest, it's gonna protect them as well, because nothing
Yeah.
will attach.
Do you have any worries about the Dodd-Frank or anything, since you're not really, at this point, giving a mortgage, or you feel you're on solid ground as far as?
I feel we're on very solid ground. You had shared some material with us about qualifying, doing certain background checks, and making sure that their salaries are adequate to make the payments. And I think as long as we have that kind of documentation there, I feel very comfortable. I don't think we're concerned about the number that we do. We don't do a lot per year because we're basically buy and hold, but if we do them in different entities, that should work out quite well.
How do the tenants, buyer, future owners like it? Is their payment record good as far as defaults and takebacks and all that? How's your performance record with these people on these kind of deals?
Well, we did have one family that had been a tenant for 2 years, and they purchased it. We carried back. A year later, they split up, couldn't make the payments, called us very concerned. It's all about the relationships, as we've all learned over the years.
You do some kind of workout with them?
We did a workout. They were happy to give the deed back, and we gave them some money back, and everybody was happy.
Everybody's
In fact,
happy.
they were quite relieved
So
not
you're,
to have that burden anymore.
as far as the future, you're going to kind of continue with that thing, so you have exit strategies of selling with financing, you can exchange, you can do a lot of things, and I know you're heading for some cruises, so that's part of the payoff in this business, huh?
That's what it's all about.
Yeah.
It can be an easy business if you
Yep.
have some systems and you learn
Well,
from the pros like Jack and
Well, thanks for
others.
sharing it with us. There's a lot of other people that could be doing the same thing, and that's the purpose of getting together. So thanks for sitting down with me.
You're welcome.